I was 16 when it happened. At my high school, lockdowns weren't unusual. Sometimes they were drills, sometimes they were just-in-case situations, rumors of someone in the area, or a threat posted online. Honestly, after a while, they all started to feel the same. That day, I was sitting in class when the announcement came. This is a lockdown. Repeat, this is a lockdown. My teacher went into the usual routine. Blinds down, lights off, everyone against the wall. But after 10 minutes of silence, I was already bored out of my mind. I whispered to my friend Caleb, "We should sneak out, just for a little bit. No one will know." He grinned, the kind of grin that meant he was crazy enough to go along with me. We slipped into the hallway, moving fast and quiet. The school looked wrong. Empty in a way I'd never seen before. The kind of silence where even your own breathing feels too loud. We made our way downstairs toward the basement, the place with all the storage rooms and that disgusting bathroom nobody used. It smelled like damp concrete and old paint, and every footstep echoed like a gunshot. At first it was funny. We whispered jokes, daring each other to make noise. But the longer we sat there, the heavier the air felt. The silence wasn't just silence anymore. It felt watched. Then we heard it. Footsteps, slow, heavy, coming from the hall. Caleb froze. I whispered, "It's probably a teacher." But the steps didn't sound like a teacher. Too deliberate, too slow. We ducked into the basement bathroom, holding our breath. The footsteps grew louder, closer until they stopped. Right outside. The door handle rattled, softly at first, then harder. And then, a voice. Deep, scratchy. Not anyone I knew. "I know you're in there." Caleb's eyes went wide. We backed into one of the stalls, locking it. The bathroom door creaked open, slow footsteps on the tile. Then, silence. I crouched, looking under the stall. That's when I saw it. A pair of boots, stopping just inches away. The man crouched, his shadow stretched under the stall. He was waiting, listening. The handle of our stall jolted. Once, twice, harder each time. I grabbed the only thing near me, a broken mop handle. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold it. And then, voices upstairs, shouting, teachers. The stall door stopped shaking. The boots turned. A second later, the bathroom door slammed shut. We didn't move until the police cleared the building. Later, we found out the school had been broken into. Whoever it was never got caught. I still think about it sometimes. If we just stayed put in class, he might never have found us. But instead, we found him first. It started out like any other Wednesday afternoon. I was sitting in history class, half listening to the teacher while doodling in my notebook. My friend Tyler leaned over and whispered some dumb joke, and I was trying not to laugh too loud when the intercom suddenly crackled. "Attention students, lockdown. Repeat, lockdown." At first, everyone groaned. We'd done so many drills it barely felt real anymore. But then, the lights flicked off. The teacher's face went pale as she ushered us against the wall. Everyone crouched low, trying not to make a sound. That's when I noticed it. The voice on the intercom wasn't calm this time. It sounded tense, uneasy. And then faintly, from the hall outside our classroom, I heard footsteps. Slow, heavy. Too heavy to be a teacher, moving quickly to secure the doors. Tyler nudged me, whispering, "It's just a drill, man. Come on, let's go." I don't know what possessed me, but I followed him. We slipped out the back door of the classroom, stifling our laughter like we were sneaking candy during class. We made our way down to the basement, the old part of the school where hardly anyone went. It was damp, quiet, and always smelled like mildew. Tyler pushed open the bathroom door and grinned. Perfect hiding spot. But the second we stepped inside, the air felt different, stale, wrong. At first, I thought we were alone. The fluorescent light buzzed overhead, flickering every so often. Then, I heard it, a low muttering, coming from one of the stalls. I froze. Tyler frowned, whispering, "Who's there?" The muttering stopped. Then came the sound of slow breathing. Deep, steady. That's when I saw them. a pair of heavy boots stepping out from under the stall door. And then he appeared. A man, not a teacher, not security. His clothes were dirty, torn. His eyes. I'll never forget his eyes. And in his hand, glinting under the buzzing light, was something metallic. Tyler went rigid, like he couldn't move. I wanted to scream, but my throat locked up. The man started toward us, blocking the exit. His boots echoed on the tiles, each step deliberate. Instinct took over. I shoved Tyler backward and grabbed the nearest thing I could find, a cracked soap dispenser off the counter. I hurled it across the room, and it shattered against the far wall. The man's head snapped toward the sound. That was our chance. "Run!" I yelled, yanking Tyler toward the door. We bolted, slamming the bathroom door behind us. Our shoes squeaked against the linoleum as we sprinted down the hallway. Out of nowhere, two teachers grabbed us, demanding to know what we were doing outside the classroom. I tried to explain, pointing back at the basement bathroom. But when security rushed down to check, they found nothing. The bathroom was empty. No boots, no muttering, no man. We got suspended for leaving during a lockdown. My parents were furious. But honestly, that punishment was nothing compared to the way I felt every time I passed that basement door afterward. Because I know what I saw, and I know what I heard. And sometimes, when the halls are quiet, I swear I can still hear the faint echo of boots on the basement tiles. I'll never forget the lockdown that happened during basketball practice. The gym was supposed to be the safest place in the school, but that night it became the most terrifying. We'd been running drills when the announcement came. Lockdown, lockdown. Our coach hustled us to the bleachers, whispering for us to get low and stay quiet. At first, it almost felt like a drill. The gym was massive, too open, every squeak of sneakers echoing in the silence. That's when we heard it. A voice. It wasn't coming from the doors or the hallway. It was inside the gym. A man's voice, low, gravelly, muttering words we couldn't make out. Coach signaled for us to stay still. His face went pale, but the voice kept circling, moving, like it was drifting across the gym without footsteps. Suddenly, the basketball at the far end of the court rolled forward on its own, slow, deliberate, until it stopped dead center. And then we saw him, a tall figure standing just beyond the exit door window, his face pressed against the glass, grinning. But here's the thing. The door wasn't opening. He wasn't moving. The voice was still inside with us. Security swarmed the gym minutes later. But of course, the man was gone. The doors were locked from the outside, the halls empty. But to this day, I swear, when the gym lights flicker during practice, I can still hear that low muttering voice.